Chief Minister Nothwan Bireen inaugurates new COVID care center with 400 bed capacity at Lamboy Kongnangkong. Residents of COVID containment zones urges authorities concerned to take necessary safety measures. And India reports a single-day spike of nearly 53,000 new COVID-19 cases in last 24 hours. Death toll reaches 38,135. A very good afternoon to you all. I'm Kanel Shambanduram presenting you the afternoon bulletin. Now let's begin our bulletin with the top stories of today. Chief Minister Nothwan Bireen today inaugurated a new COVID care center with 400 bed capacity at Lamboy Kongnangkong. Speaking on the sideline, Chief Minister Nothwan Bireen disclosed that the State Cabinet in its upcoming session will decide to extend total lockdown in Manipur to contain the spread of coronavirus. He also called upon the public to extend necessary cooperation with the government during the lockdown period. The Chief Minister appeals to immediately approach the Medical Directorate or Informed COVID Control Room in the event of experiencing any symptoms related to COVID-19 to get necessary treatments instead of hiding the same for the safety of oneself and other. It may be mentioned that the Chief Minister has already instructed to increase the bed capacity of the new COVID care center to 1,000. Deputy Chief Minister Yumnam Joy Kumar, Health Minister Langpoklakpam Jayant Kumar and other relevant officials were present on the occasion.
Main point to overcome this corona pandemic is the awareness amongst the people. I'm worried that awareness is not having in all parts of the state. But even though we are trying very hard, the next cabinet have to see the situation and if needed, another weekend we'll try to extend the lockdown. I cannot say exactly the community spreading has started or not, but in everybody's mind having local transmission has started, so we are taking care of it. Main point to overcome this corona pandemic is
people in the state are reeling under the fear of possible community spread of coronavirus, although authorities have allayed such fear time and again. Suspicions are looming large that spread of the virus at the community level might be possible going on undetected. Meanwhile, the state government has declared many areas as containment zone in a bid to contain local transmission of coronavirus. People in containment zone have urged the authorities concerned to take necessary safety measures.
Containment zone lauthokraba mafam sida hojibhugi oina sarkar side ki miyosing laga kitang kamai tori kholi haibagi condition su mayamda haibi bai awareness some tv basulite adu masi kitang puning changsalange
sarkana the medical ki side ki health side ki tengbang biba khoi phangjaktri mathong khangdana leik sigada ba leigida ba mayam thi yawre asu mayam thon bidana ba khoi ngasi ki mai lena sarkana asu club singda asu ma chhan tang lojari ba sangsang organization singda asu phachet ko iba polam singa che khatam tengbang biragadi dungai jaba do hamjagani
Manipur government ki maikai dagi akhoi ki security person sing na jingba thabirak tuna haribam pham sing asi containment zone oina lautholi ba pham asi control to bi wa pham asi hujum ki dilaitri aduna hariba containment zone asida lairiba mioi sing asi ki akhoi control tong nabagi honar pada laikai asi ki mioi sing da akhoi ki phatanung da haidi khana chainaban sing ba akhoi thorpa yabi aki basu laitabanate
aduga lenga ki chathariba thawong si maru ene health department gi chathariba thawong si di yausang loiraga abir thungbaina ahlamana haina ba adugu pawro badu akhoi yam fajana check akhoi ningjang jai lenga ki maikai degi Manipur bu kananaba COVID-19 asidi Manipur kananaba honabada lobiriba thawdang adu kharaga hena yangjan na section na lohan.
Well, now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you updates on coronavirus cases. We will be back with details after the break. Until then, keep watching Impact News.
Banthoibi Group of Companies presents Banthoibi Housing Finance Company Limited, regulated by National Housing Bank, wholly owned by Reserve Bank of India, provide subsidized home loan under PMAY CLS Housing for All by 2022 mission. Banthoibi Microfin deals with microfinance activities only. Banthoibi Nidhi Limited provides loan against fixed deposit, loan against property, etc. Banthoibi Constructions Private Limited facilities. Booking started for real estate residential projects of flats, villas or row houses, etc. For more details, kindly contact Banthoibi Housing Finance Company Limited and its subsidiary group of companies, Oripok Taurangdom Leitlai, Imphal.
Ichabu mahi tamhanba haibasi mama mapa singna machada piba ngamba khwaidigi chabu khudoni. Slopland Public School, biggest and the finest residential school, Manipur gi oina lemjuningai oiraba, mahi tampham ama oiriba, khwaidigi chunaraba maphamda semgatlaba, CBSE the affiliate toba higher secondary school oiri. Icha singbu admission tawidana mama mapa singna machada piba ngamba khwaidigi chabu khudol oibiu, ichagi phazabalam chat sajati ahombadu ubiu, Slopland Public School Khongjom.
Andro AC की सोशल वर्कर ओइबग लोइनना AC असगी कांग्रेस लुचिंग ओइबत नतना यूनाइटेड एनजीओस फोरम मणिपुर की चेयरमैन ओइरिबा कैसाम निंगथेम जाउना अंद्रो AC की मियाम की थबक थौरम कयादा मतेंग पांगबिबा स्फ्रूटी स्कीम की मखादा अहानबा इंस्टॉलमेंट ओइना लुपा लिसिंग यांखै पीबिबा लोइनना कोविड-19 न मरम ओइरगा लॉकडाउन लैरिङै मनुंगदा युमदा लैना सेंदान लंबी पीबिबगिदमक कैसाम निंगथेम जाउबु ताइबंग मपुना याइफबा माइपाकपा ओहेन बिष्णु हाइना हाइजरिबा इंगा लैमतो कुथबि नुपिलो
Welcome back. After the break, you are watching Afternoon News. India has reported a single-day spike of nearly 53,000 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours. That toll has reached 38,135. As per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, country's total confirmed cases have crossed 18 lakh, out of which active cases are nearing 5,80,000. Total recoveries from COVID-19 surpassed 11 lakh. 40,574 recoveries have been reported in the past 24 hours. With this, country's recovery rate stands at 65.77% and the COVID-19 mortality rate has further declined to 2.11% in the country. Maharashtra has the highest number of active cases of above 1,48,000. Meanwhile, the Indian Council of Medical Research said that a total of 3,81,027 tests of coronavirus samples were conducted by various laboratories till yesterday. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 1,82 lakh people and nearly 7 lakh people have died. Recoveries are above 1,11 lakh. USA is on top with more than 22 lakh active cases, followed by Brazil and India. Total active cases of COVID-19 in the northeast states, including Manipur, are nearing 16,500 mark. Assam's total confirmed COVID-19 cases are nearing 50,000 mark, out of which 10,415 are active cases. Arunachal Pradesh confirmed COVID-19 cases are 1,698, out of which 699 are active cases. Nagaland's confirmed COVID-19 cases are 1,935, out of which 1,282 are active cases. Tripura's total confirmed COVID-19 cases are above the 5,000 mark, out of which 1,739 are active cases. There are 224 active cases of COVID-19 in Mizoram, 368 in Sikkim and 605 in Meghalaya. Drugs Controller General of India, DCGI, has given note to the Serum Institute of India, SII, to conduct Phase 2 and 3 human clinical trials of COVID-19 vaccine developed by Oxford University. The approval for conducting Phase 2 and 3 clinical trials by the SII was granted by DCGI Dr. V.G. Somani late last night after a thorough evaluation based on the recommendations of the Subject Expert Committee on COVID-19. The expert panel at the Central Drug Standard Controlled Organization (CDSCO) had on Friday recommended granting permission for phase 2 and 3 clinical trials of the vaccine Covishield on healthy adults in India. The firm has to submit safety data evaluated by the Data Safety Monitoring Board (DSMB) to the CDSCO before proceeding to phase 3 clinical trials. Currently, phase 2 and 3 clinical trials of the Oxford vaccines are going on in the UK, phase 3 clinical trials in Brazil, and phase 1 and 2 clinical trials in South Africa. Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa has tested positive for COVID-19 and has been admitted to Manipal hospitals on the advice of doctors as a precautionary measure. Sources in the CM's office said that the 77-year-old leader's results came positive as part of the 1-in-7-day test conducted by the health department. Yediyurappa tweeted at 11:30 p.m. on the Sunday that he was tested positive for coronavirus. He had requested those who have come in contact with him recently to be observant and exercise self-quarantine. Sources said the CM recently met Governor Vazubhai Balla and the latter is likely to undergo test. A few days back, Minister C.T. Ravi, Anand Singh and B.C. Patil were tested positive. Islamic State militants were reportedly battling Afghan security forces in the eastern city of Jalalabad on Monday morning after an overnight assault on a prison that led to a mass jailbreak. The assault began on Sunday evening with car bombs detonated at the entrance of the prison, and there were numerous other blasts heard as the IS gunmen opened fire on the security guards. Officials said that at least 5 civilians were killed and around 40 wounded during the initial attack, and the gun battled through the night as Afghan special forces arrived to support police. During the ensuing chaos, more than 75 prisoners escaped. A United Nations report take note of the prevailing COVID-19 situation in Now the sports news. IPL 2020 will play from September 19th to November 10th this year. The decisions to this effect was taken at a virtual meeting of the IPL's governing council last night. The meeting was organized to give a final shape to the schedule and discuss other arrangements of the eagerly awaiting event to be held in the UAE this year. Taking note of the prevailing COVID-19 situation in India, the IPL's governing council decided to stage the tournament in UAE, and the match will be played in Dubai and Abu Dhabi, subject to necessary clearance from the government of India. The finals will be played on 10th of November this year. The 53-day tournament will witness 10 afternoon matches starting at 3:30 p.m. Indian time, while the evening match will start at 7:30 p.m. Women's T20 Challenge will also take place in UAE and will comprise 3 teams with 4 matches to be played during the IPL playoff week. Well, that is all we have in this bulletin, but before we wind up, let's take a glimpse at the headlines once again. Chief Minister Northwan Biren inaugurates a new COVID care center with a 400-bed capacity at Lamboi, Kongnangkong. Residents of COVID containment zone urge authorities concerned to take necessary safety measures. And India reports a single-day spike of nearly 53,000 new COVID-19 cases in last 24 hours. Death toll reaches 38,135. Well, thank you so much for being with us. In the meantime, for more news and information, please do not hesitate to follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube. Until then, have a great afternoon and stay safe.